Thank you. And my sister. You all were so clear, so wonderful. We just need to back you. You got to tell me how I can be of service.
You know, I've been thinking, and I think we need to get together and talk about how we're going to put New Orleans on the national agenda. Because we're gonna go back and do all of this stuff that we talked about.
Sit down, but you got all of the Congress people.
I'm not going to sit.
Why don't all the Congress people try to come close?
Yeah.
Come in kind of close, Congressman Green.
I got a chance to hug you.
I think it's good.
Good seeing you. Yeah.
The big thing is to make sure that in the consciousness of America, such as it is, there's a great desire and will to see New Orleans built back up. It gets lost in translation with members of Congress. If you take a poll in America right now, if you ask folks, do you want to spend money to build New Orleans back, or do you want to spend money in Iraq? New Orleans wins that vote. But if you got a congressman sitting up there from Utah, he might very well say, look at this thing. He said, my God, $30 billion more? I mean, we already spent enough and such and such. I mean, what's the point of this? Let's end it. We already have enough sense not to deal with the waters that's going to come in and drown them anyhow. So I think if we keep this thing on the national scene, with field hearings, with our people talking about it, we'll get this gap between the folks in America and the folks who represent them. We can close that over time. But it's a hard battle for us because they want to forget about it right now.
I love what you said about the span of attention. We have agreed that the victims of Katrina have to be the cornerstone of the Millions More movement. Because if we can't do anything substantive to help the people here, we're of no value wherever we are. And so we feel that this is where the battle line has to be drawn, because what you said, and I just was so proud to be
I was
your
restrained.
I wouldn't want to be under that heat. But, you know, to me, what I heard from you was an appeal, and ifs and hope and a reliance on the rational arguments that you put before civil, sane human beings, that they should respond to the clarity of the argument and the need of the people, but without a force.
That's right.
That creates the political will. And we have to work in Congress, but we got to find other ways to bring them to court, because they were bulldozing, they tell me, and one man in a group, they got an injunction, and the judge stopped it. So it seems to me that something that brother Ntangolese, he has a vast knowledge of this whole thing. And he said this electric company, that's a monopoly.
That's right. That's right.
We were just talking about
that coming over here.
And then, you know, they're all tied in, and he's holding the city hostage.
That's right.
So I don't know what we're
It's a major reason why it's not stood back up. utility company wouldn't pay the price of putting lights on all over town, which it could have done by now, a long time ago. Without that, people can't come back. You can't work in the dark. You can't. It's too frightening.
So the fact that there are trailers but not here,
that's right.
they don't want the people here. They want to disperse them. So
You
that this,
heard the number in Mississippi, 30,000.
30,000. Did you hear that?
Waiting for
Yes.
5,000. Here we were at 2,000, waiting for 36,000. Figure that out.
That's unbelievable.
so I just need, my dear sister, for you to tell us how we can be supportive of whatever you are doing in Congress or whatever you want us to do, because we want to make this the battleground.
As we wrapped up this evening,
And I wanted to apologize
Yes.
because the second panel was so important
yes,
to hear, so I had my minister to stay and give me notes.
they did a great job.
Okay.
They did. Great job. Great job.
Well, we thank you for being there, really.
As a matter of fact, you know, what I said was there were a number of people in the audience because there were national activists groups who were interested in making this the focal point. I said that this evening as we wrapped up.
Yeah.
I hadn't talked to you, but I get it.
But that is
Yes.
that is our goal,
Yes.
and from what I heard tonight at the dinner table, everyone is on the same page that this is the place that we have to focus on, and our people are ready to support the victims of Katrina. But what I'm afraid of is while we're working to mend from this tragedy, it will strike again. God is very displeased with America as she's acting. And this is why, in the destruction of Egypt, there were 10 plagues, one right behind another, to bring Pharaoh